Welcome to Touch Technology Review. Today I'm going to show you how to remove echo and room noise from your audio recording, but more specifically, how to remove echo that you often get when you have two microphones in the same room, which hasn't been treated for sound recording. I'll be taking you through a couple of filters that I use to improve my audio using Adobe Premiere Pro CC, but you can also use the same audio effects on other applications such as Final Cut Pro or even Logic Pro. Before I get onto the hands-on demonstration of these effects, a quick discussion about the audio setup. So if you already understand the basics of audio setups and microphone technique, I'll leave a timestamp in the description box below for you to click on and get straight to the effects section of this tutorial. Now, when it comes to recording audio, I have a strong belief, as with everything else I do, that even though we live in a time when everything can be fixed in post, it's far better to get your setup right in the first place. Not only to save time in editing, but really to ensure that you get the best result possible. That applies to video lighting and audio and everything you might do as a creator. So when it comes to recording multiple guests on a podcast, for example, it pays off to spend some time in setting up the microphones so that you'll avoid as much spillover from one microphone to another as you possibly can. So when I do my podcasts, I try to keep my guests at least 2 meters apart, and I'll point the microphones in an angle where they're back to back in order to minimize spill from one microphone to the other. Even after doing this, because I'm using the Rode NT1 microphones, these are dynamic condenser mics. They do take a little bit of audio from the side and the back, and there's a little bit of spillover in the mic. So depending on how bad it is, you can usually get rid of it in post, which is what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. The other thing that will be important here is that you record each of your guests on a separate audio track so that they're isolated. You can do that with audio software such as GarageBand, Logic, or if you're on a Mac, or Ableton if you're on a Windows computer. If you have the budget, I would always recommend a dedicated multi-track audio recorder just because of the simplicity of them, the audio quality, the reliability. You just know they're going to do the job without any issues. Currently, I'm using a Zoom H6 audio recorder, which has 4 XLR inputs. So in this example where I have 2 speakers, I'm plugging in 2 Rode NT1 microphones into 2 of the XLR inputs. And I'll set the Zoom to record in multi-track mode, which means that when I import the audio into my computer, I have 2 separate audio tracks containing each of the vocals, which are isolated from one another. Now, the problem is that when I place them on the timeline, apart from the room noise, which I need to deal with, I do often get that minor amount of echo when I play the 2 tracks together. And that's because some of that audio is spilling over from each of the tracks. So you could deal with the problem by silencing the audio of track B as the speaker in track A is speaking. However, this process is rather tedious as you have to play back the whole recording back to back, manually create volume adjustments on the timeline. And when the 2 guests speak together, there's a lot of keyframing and fine-tuning required. And it literally takes hours if you're dealing with a full 1-hour podcast, for example. So the easy way to do it, provided you have these 2 isolated audio tracks, is to use the auto gate filter. Okay, so let's start with a podcast project that I have open here in front of me. This was a recent podcast where, as I mentioned earlier, I have 2 guests in the studio and the microphones are set up in the best possible way to minimize reflection and bounce back from either microphone. And the Rode NT1s are really exceptional microphones that have very minimal noise and don't really pick up a great deal of room noise, but they certainly pick up enough that you hear that echo that I was talking about earlier. So what we'll do first is listen to the audio tracks where I'm talking and where my guest is talking when the 2 tracks are together without any effects. So we'll start with my audio first, or 10 minutes even. What they did this year in the September update was they allowed any Instagram profile to now have video as long as 1 hour. Yep. And they created a new series function where you could create series of videos which feature really well on their discovery page. Okay, so that's my audio and I can hear a little bit of echo, which if you have a look at the 2 audio tracks on the timeline, track A1 is my vocal where I'm speaking. It has the tallest waveform, which represents microphone 1. However, if you look at A2, which is the second microphone, that should be completely silent in an ideal situation, but it's actually picking up a little bit of my vocal as I'm speaking, and you can see the very small waveform that represents my vocal. Now, if we go to another section where the guest is speaking, let's have a listen to that.
The hits and misses, maybe.
Yeah.
In the tech world, in the business world.
Good idea.
Because it's been a big year.
Yeah.
Not only for us, it's been a big year. It's been a big year out there in the marketplace. So
there seems to be a lot more echo and reflection, and it's probably got something to do with the fact that my guest, and this is often the case with guests on the podcast, don't always get in close enough to the microphone despite being directed to do so. Early in the piece, it's just more comfortable for them to sit back a little bit, and when you do that, you're going to introduce a little bit more echo, a little bit more room noise, and quite often I'll have to turn the levels up to pick up that vocal, and it introduces all sorts of problems with the audio. But it's not really a problem because, as you'll see, we're going to take care of this in post right now. So that's playing the two audio tracks together. You can hear the echo, you can hear the phasing, and this is what I want to really take care of in this demonstration. There's a number of effects I apply to optimize my audio. But to start with, in order to deal with the echo and the room noise, I'm going to start with the dynamics filter. Now, depending on your level of skill and how you've been working with Premiere in the past, you might be accustomed to dragging your effects from the effects window. So you could type dynamics and you'll see there is a filter under audio effects called dynamics, which you could drag onto the audio track on the timeline. However, for best practices, I'm going to suggest that you use the audio track mixer instead, which means that no matter how many cuts you make in the audio track, the effects will always be applied as a single effect over the whole track rather than the individual cuts that you've made on the timeline. So this is a much more efficient way of doing it. So in order to do that, let's go to the window menu at the top, audio track mixer, and select our sequence, which I've titled podcast demo. And then on the left-hand side of your preview video window, you should see a track mixer appear with the audio levels of all of your tracks on the timeline. So I've got audio track 1 and audio track 2 labeled with the guest names as well, so it's very clear. And instead of applying that effect onto the individual audio track, as I mentioned, we're going to select the first effect rack slot, and under amplitude and compression, you'll see a sub menu item called dynamics. And I'm going to apply that to each of the audio tracks. Now, let's go to a point in the timeline where we can hear me talking. So I'm just going to mark that in and mark that one out. And again, we preview the audio track first. Look, Facebook have developed a revenue model with their video platform, the creators option. So in order to minimize the echo that appears in my track, I want to be affecting track 2, not my own track. So in the audio effects rack, we go to A2, click on the dynamics filter. We could choose from the preset options at the top and start with a noise gate and have a listen to what that sounds like and go in and then manually tweak all of the settings, or we could just simply tick the auto gate option on and start applying some changes to the threshold, attack, release, and hold until we can hear the difference. But let's go with the noise gate preset and have a listen to what that sounds like. Look, Facebook have developed a revenue model with their video platform, the creators option, but the problem with that is you need the criteria to get in is really quite high. So as YouTube have gradually increased the criteria, you now need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That sounds really good as an auto filter. Now that was with both tracks playing. So to actually hear what we're doing, I'm just going to mute track 1, which is my audio. And now I'm going to listen to track 2 with the auto gate applied. And as I'm talking, it's completely silent, which is what I want because that's going to remove that echo. Now, if I take the auto gate filter off for a moment, you can hear a very faint recording of my vocal, and that's what's causing that echo sound. Small channel. So again, I'll turn it on. Completely gone. So when I unmute my track, I know that I'm going to be hearing my vocal only at that point.
Look, Facebook have developed a revenue model with their video platform, the creators option, but the problem with that is the criteria to get in is really quite high. So as YouTube have gradually increased the criteria, you now need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That sounds a lot better. It's completely got rid of the echo. Now, sometimes when you apply the auto gate, if it's a little bit too harsh, it will actually cut off your own audio. So that's where you need to make some changes to the threshold, attack, release, and hold. So in general, if the threshold is too high, it will start to cut out some of your phrasing from the beginning or the end of the vocal sequence. So you could pull back the threshold a little bit, but then you might find you'll start to hear a bit of your voice in that track again, in which case you need to pull it back up and adjust the attack, release, and hold of the gate until you get to a point that you're not cutting off any of your phrasing, not cutting off any syllables anywhere throughout the presentation, and you've still been able to minimize that echo in the second track. Now, as you can see, that is much easier than what you may have been doing in the past, where you have to manually silence the audio on track B as guest A is speaking. As I'm doing right now, I'm using keyframing, dropping the level, then I have to go throughout the whole timeline and increase and decrease volumes as each guest is speaking, which could take many hours. So what I love about using this auto gate filter is effectively that's what it's doing. It's silencing the audio when you don't want it to be heard, and it's doing it automatically across the whole timeline. So once you've played around with the effects and adjusted the parameters accordingly and got it to sound right, it's pretty much going to sound right throughout the whole presentation. Now, you do have to give it a good preview, because sometimes you'll find that if your guests go silent at a certain point or they speak much louder, the dynamics can change. So you have to get a balance between the settings that actually works across the whole timeline. So just be careful of that. So that sounds really good, but what we have to do next is go to a section of that audio track where the guest is now speaking, because I want to make sure that the auto filter hasn't been too aggressive. So let's have a listen to a section of track 2 where the guest is now talking.
That at night I'm spending more time looking at YouTube because I can pick a topic that I want to, that I'm interested in, or research. A lot of what I do, Johnny, I'm always hungry for knowledge. So a lot of what I'm watching.
And as you can see, the auto gate, when I've used the noise gate setting, has applied far too aggressive an effect, and it's cutting out some of the syllables and phrasing of the guest speaker. So now I'm going to pull back on the threshold a little bit, and I'm going to increase the hold so it will open the gate a little bit longer before it cuts out. A little bit of an increase in release, and I'm going to reduce the attack. Now let's hear it.
That at night I'm spending more time looking at YouTube because I can.
It's still cutting out a little bit, so a little bit more hold.
That at night I'm spending more time looking at YouTube because I can pick a topic that I want to, that I'm interested in, or research. A lot of what I do, Johnny, I'm always hungry for knowledge. So a lot of what I'm watching is to gain knowledge in some way, shape, or form.
Great, that's much better. So now none of the syllables are being cut off. I've still got a decent gate on there. Let's go back to a section where I'm talking, and let's have a listen to that. Perfect. So as you can hear, or rather can't hear, my vocals are still completely silent, even though I've pulled back a little bit on the threshold of the gate, and I've made some of those adjustments. It's still done what I wanted it to do, and that is completely remove my vocal from audio track 2. So that is a successful noise gate that has completely eliminated the noise in the track, which is both room noise and, in this case, that annoying echo that comes into the microphone from the other guest's microphone. So we've taken care of track 1 by applying the dynamics and noise gate onto track 2. Now we have to go and clean up the track 2 audio by applying the same dynamics effect onto track 1. you can just drag it across and that will make a copy. Otherwise, you can apply it again from scratch by selecting amplitude and compression, and in the submenu, the dynamics effect. Now, let's have a listen to what that sounds like again if we apply the noise gate preset. Now, this is still going to be too harsh, I'm sure, but let's have a listen.
Look, Facebook have developed a revenue model with their video platform, the creators option, but the problem with that is...
Okay, it's cutting off the beginning of the syllables and the end, so it is far too aggressive. So I'm going to pull that back a little bit. And again, I'm going to increase the attack and the release and a little bit of hold, and have a listen to that now.
Look, Facebook have developed a revenue model with their video platform, the creators option, but the problem with that is you need the criteria to get in is really quite high. So as YouTube have gradually increased the criteria, you now need 1,000.
Great, I'm pretty happy with that for the first sampling. So now let's go ahead and listen to the section in my audio track where the guest is talking. We can see that waveform is much smaller. So that shows that the vocal is not dominant in my track, but it is, however, present, causing that echo and reflection. Now, if we play that back after I've applied the auto gate, it's mostly gone. There's the occasion when he raises his voice slightly. We can hear it come in ever so slightly, but it's not going to be enough to create that sense of echo, which is really causing the problem. If you go too aggressively and try and get rid of that as well, you'll probably find that you're just not going to be able to avoid having some cutoff of some of those syllables. So to me, that sounds actually pretty good. So what I'll do now is just to double check is unmute track 2 and play that section and have a listen to what it sounds like.
That at night I'm spending more time looking at YouTube because I can...
Much better.
I'm interested in or research. A lot of what I do, Johnny, I'm always hungry for knowledge. So a lot of what I'm watching is to gain knowledge in some way, shape or form. And it could be frivolous stuff. It could be about motorbikes or you name it. It's not necessarily all about work.
That is so much better than what we had before. If I take the auto gate off and have a listen to it.
I'm interested in or research. A lot of what I do, Johnny, I'm always hungry for knowledge. So a lot of what I'm watching is to gain knowledge in some way, shape or form. And it could be frivolous stuff. It could be about motorbikes or you name it. It's not necessarily all about work because it just gets...
If you listen to that echo, it's very noticeable without the auto gate. So using the dynamics filter and applying the gate has significantly removed the echo from each of the microphones by treating it as noise, if you like. And the audio signal is only being played that goes above a certain threshold. So where that lower level of vocal is coming in as spillover onto the microphone, we're treating it as noise, we're gating it and only allowing it to be heard when it goes over that threshold. And if we adjust the attack, release and hold accordingly, we can have a very smooth transition as the gate opens and closes, and we can get a really clean audio source. And at the same time, as well as removing the echo from the recording without even knowing it, you probably haven't realized, but we've also removed some reflections from the room itself, air conditioning noise, any noise that is present in the vocal will be far less noticeable after applying the auto gate filter. So there you have it, an effective way of removing not only echo from the audio, but also a fair amount of room noise. It's not a one-touch effect. As you can see, it needs a bit of tweaking, but once you've set these filters right, the good thing is that it applies over the whole recording. So it ends up being an incredible time saver and really does make the audio so much cleaner and more present. Hopefully this tutorial has been helpful. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to put them in the comments box below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified of up and coming video releases. See you on the next one. Bye for now.